Welcome back to our online class of American Bridge International School, everyone. So, today is the first day of the week. Alright, today is Monday, and this is also the third week of our online learning. I believe that you guys have learned a lot from this class, and you also get familiar with the way we are learning right now, right? Good. So, one more thing that I would like to tell you is, in this week, there will be a quiz, okay? There will be a quiz one. So what you have to do is you have to review the lessons. You have to pay more attention in the class and to be ready for taking the quiz, okay? I hope that you guys will get a very good score for your quiz one, okay? Good. And once again, everyone, I would like to remind you that our online class, we have the schedule, we have our study time, right? And we also have the material that we use in order to learn, okay? So, our schedule, as you know, on Monday and Tuesday, we study the blueprint book, right? Good. And how about Wednesday and Thursday, everyone? Very good. On Wednesday and Thursday, we study the writing tutor. Very good. And how about the last day of the week? What do we study? Thank you. We study the listening to the news. Okay. So everyone, do you have the textbook with you now? I hope you guys have the textbook with you because this is very important for you to learn, and this is very important that you have something to practice at home too, right? Good. So, today we are going to continue our lesson. But before going into our lesson, everyone, I would like to review some of the lessons that we learned in the previous week. Very good. So, do you remember what did we learn in the previous week, everyone? Thank you. We learned about the adverb of frequency. Very good. So, can you tell me why we learn adverb of frequency and when we use it? Okay, good. So adverb of frequency, we use it to state, how often something happen, right? And it is usually with the present simple. Very good. Okay, so, and do you still remember the one word adverb of frequency and multiple word adverb of frequency? I believe you still remember that. Okay, so one word adverb of frequency usually come before verb or after verb, everyone. Before verb or after verb. Good. So actually, one word adverb of frequency usually come before verb, but after verb be, right? Good. For example, you can say what? You can say we hardly ever see each other. Okay, so in this example, you can see adverb of frequency come before verb, right? And how about the other example? You can say she is sometimes busy. Okay, so in this example, you can see adverb of frequency like sometime, is or come what? After the verb be, right? Good. And how about the multiple word adverb of frequency, everyone? So, multiple word adverb of frequency usually come at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Okay, thank you. For example, you can say, I'll ask for help. I'll ask for help every so often, right? Every so often. I ask for help every so often. So, in this sentence, you can see the adverb of frequency come at the end of the sentence. Okay? And the other example, for example, you can say, sometimes she is busy. So, adverb of frequency here stand at the beginning of the sentence. Very good. I believe you still remember all the lessons that we learned in the previous week. Okay? So today, we are going into the new lesson. Okay? Good. We are going to the lesson, or you can say unit. Sorry, this is not unit. This is lesson 3. Okay. The lesson 3. All right. Lesson 3. We are still in module 1, careers A1, and in lesson 3 we talk about the dangers on the job. All right. The danger on the job. So, students, do you think that the job can be dangerous? Yes, you might say yes, you might say no, okay? But there is a question. There is a question for you to think about, and then you have to answer to me, all right? So answer this question together. We say, which jobs do you think are the most dangerous? Name 5, okay? Which job that you think are the most dangerous? Okay, think about that and then give me the answer. I give you around 10 seconds to think about it. To think about the jobs that you think they are dangerous. Okay. Okay, good. So let's go into the answer altogether. Everyone, can you say something? A police? Very good. A police can be a dangerous job, right? Because a policeman have to go and catch the thief or the robber all the times. So sometimes he gets shot or else. So police, okay? You can say policeman or else. Okay, policeman. What else? A firefighter. It could be, right? A firefighter, you have to go to stop the fire. So the fire is already dangerous, right? So when you go to stop the fire, it might be dangerous. Okay, so I write firefighter. What else? What else I want? A teacher? Really? A teacher can be a dangerous job? Oh, if so, I might consider again about this job. I don't think a teacher is a dangerous job. We say here is the most dangerous. Okay, good. The worker. What kind of worker? The construction worker. Okay, that could be the construction worker. What else? And how about the people that work not on land? All of these people work on land. How about most people work on the sky, in the sky, like a pilot? It's very dangerous. But you make a lot of money. You can earn a lot of money from the pilot, right? Good. What else? It could be the pilot and the flight attendant. They are not on land. They are in the sky. Flight attendant. Okay, good. So I can name some of the dangerous jobs right there. Okay. Flight attendant. Oh, I forgot one word. Flight. All right, good. Flight attendant. Okay. So all of these are the jobs that we think that they are very dangerous. If you have the other job that you think that are very dangerous, you can name, and then you can find some of the solution or some of the reference that you think they are very dangerous, right? Good. But all of this, most of these are dangerous jobs, but there are a lot of people want to do this job because they think that they are good for themselves, they are good for the society, they can make or earn a lot of money according to this job. Because some people might be afraid of doing this job, but they can take the rest and do the job to get more money, right? Good. So right now, everyone, we have to go into the listening, and there are two exercises right here. But before going to the listening, I would like to remind you that we have learned the vocabulary already, right? The most important vocabulary in the listening. This is the vocabulary in the context. So I already provided a video to you guys. I hope that you guys have watched the video and then get the information, and also get all the vocabulary already, right? Good. So now everyone, let's see. Here we say in the book, okay? So you can take out your book to page 12, everyone. You can take out your book to page 12. So on page 12, you will see, all right? You will see there is something like the exercise 1 and exercise 2. And the exercise is already written on the whiteboard already. And what we are going to do now is to go to the first exercise of this lesson. Okay? So for the first exercise, what you have to do is say, listen to two parts of a podcast about dangerous job. As you listen, fill in the chart with the correct jobs. Okay? So let's see. We will have the most injuries and the most death. Okay? Death. All right. So let's see. Are there the 5 jobs that we mentioned about or not in this exercise or in this answer? Okay. So for the what you have to do now is to listen to the audio. Okay. So you have around I can give you around like 3 minutes to listen to this audio, and then we will complete the answer altogether. There are three jobs here. Okay. For the most injuries, there are 2. There are 2 jobs for the most injury, and there is 1 for the most death. Okay. So let's see altogether. So now you can listen to the audio.
Track 4. What are the most dangerous jobs in America? The answer depends on how you define dangerous. One way to define a dangerous job is one at which you're more likely to have an injury while you're working. By that definition, the most dangerous job might surprise you. Many people think it's either police work or firefighting, but actually, it's being a farmer. Farmers and farm workers suffer more injuries than workers in any other field, about 6,600 per 100,000 workers, according to the latest U.S. government statistics. There are many types of injuries that people suffer on farms. The 2 most common are being injured by an animal and being injured by powerful farm machinery. Now, the field that has the second highest rate of injuries is even more surprising. It's working at residential care facilities or nursing homes for the very sick or elderly. Every year, about 6,500 nursing home workers per 100,000 get hurt while on duty. Many of these incidents are back injuries that result from lifting patients. However, there's another definition of most dangerous, and that is, which job has the highest risk of causing death? Most people don't know the answer to this question either. It's logging. Workers in the logging trade don't get injured as often as farmers or nursing home employees do. But loggers do have the highest rate of fatal accidents. 137 deaths per 100,000 workers. Incredibly, that's 40 times the rate for the average American worker. Why is logging so hazardous? One obvious risk is being struck by falling trees and branches. Also, like farmers, loggers work with heavy, dangerous gear, and often in remote areas that are far from the nearest hospital. Another factor is the recent increase in home construction. The demand for wood has gone up. As a result, logging companies have had to hire a lot of new workers, who are less experienced and are therefore more likely to have accidents.
All right, I believe that you guys have done your listening and also have done the completing the answer already, right? Good. So now let's check all together. For the most death, everyone. For the most injuries. For the most injuries. The first one is what? Is the farming, right? Do you believe that? Farming, okay? So in the listening, it's already told you that farming is one of the most injurious job around the world. And to be a farmer, it can be, you can get hurt from the some kind of the machinery, some kind of the machine that you use in order to do the farm. Okay, some kind of you got the attack from the animals. All right, so this is the real information about the farming. So the farming here is very dangerous too. Okay, we never think about that, right? Because there are no kind of this job in our thinking at the moment. And number two, it could be the. Alright, so in the listening, it states about the some kind of nurturing, right? The home nurturing. So for the home nurturing, it can be dangerous because of something that they face. So this should be the nurturing home worker. Okay, nurturing home worker. All right, good. So now we have done the most injurious job already, and let's see to the most death. Okay, the most death. What is the most death job, everyone? In the listening, it already stated about the some kind of you work in the forest, and then you to those who cut down the tree. Sometimes they died because of the machine that they use to cut the tree. Sometimes they die because of the tree that fall down on them. Okay, and the other thing about some kind of the dangerous animal that will attack them at any time. So this should be the locker. Okay, the locker, or we say in this context is logging. Okay, logging. All right. So there are a lot of deaths in this job. Okay, so if you have the choices, you have to consider again about some of this job. All right, good. So now let's move on into the other exercise. Is we say exercise 2, but we still listen to the same audio, everyone. So we say listen again and fill in the blanks. Okay, listen again and fill in blank. In the book, the same. We are still in page 12. We say listen again and fill in the blanks with the correction words or numbers. Okay, so in this blank, they are not just only the words, but it also with the numbers. All right, good. So now you can spend around 3 minutes or 4 minutes again in order to listen to this audio. But before going to this audio, I would like to read all of this for you, and let's go into this exercise altogether in order to complete the correct words, right? So we have number 1. Many people think that the most dangerous job is what, blah blah, or what. So in order to complete the information correctly, you have to state or you have to note about some of the keywords or key term that we state for example, like this. The most dangerous job is what? Work. So what kind of work? And or what? So there are two words that we have to complete in this sentence. Number 2, every year farmers and farm workers suffer. Okay, suffer how many? Here, 6,100 injuries per what? Workers, everyone. So you have to remember that per what. So in this case, it could be the number or it could be something, because we can see per and then workers, right? Number 3, many farmers are hurt by what? Or heavy machinery. Okay, so you have to consider that they get hurt by what? By some kind of it could be, you can guess, some kind by animals, by by some disaster or heavy machinery. It's already stated. Number 4, nursing home employers. employees often injure themselves while they are what? So you have to state the word like employers and injure themselves while they are what? Okay, we have two words in this sentence. Number 5, loggers suffer what? Fatal injuries per what? Everyone? Per the number here, okay? 100,000. Very good. So you have to state the word logger and or fatal. Number 6, one factor is that there usually aren't any nearby, right? So you have to state the word one factor, and then you will listen to the audio, you get the information, you complete into the sentence, right? Good. So now, don't waste the time, everyone. Let's listen to the audio all together, okay?
Track 4. What are the most dangerous jobs in America? The answer depends on how you define dangerous. One way to define a dangerous job is one at which you're more likely to have an injury while you're working. By that definition, the most dangerous job might surprise you. Many people think it's either police work or firefighting, but actually, it's being a farmer. Farmers and farm workers suffer more injuries than workers in any other field, about 6,600 per 100,000 workers, according to the latest U.S. government statistics. There are many types of injuries that people suffer on farms. The two most common are being injured by an animal and being injured by powerful farm machinery. Now, the field that has the second highest rate of injuries is even more surprising. It's working at residential care facilities or nursing homes for the very sick or elderly. Every year, about 6,500 nursing home workers per 100,000 get hurt while on duty. Many of these incidents are back injuries that result from lifting patients. However, there's another definition of most dangerous, and that is, which job has the highest risk of causing death? Most people don't know the answer to this question either. It's logging. Workers in the logging trade don't get injured as often as farmers or nursing home employees do. But loggers do have the highest rate of fatal accidents. 137 deaths per 100,000 workers. Incredibly, that's 40 times the rate for the average American worker. Why is logging so hazardous? One obvious risk is being struck by falling trees and branches. Also, like farmers, loggers work with heavy, dangerous gear, and often in remote areas that are far from the nearest hospital. Another factor is the recent increase in home construction. The demand for wood has gone up. As a result, logging companies have had to hire a lot of new workers, who are less experienced and are therefore more likely to have accidents.
Thank you for your listening, and I believe you guys have done your exercise already, right? You have completing the exercise so far. So now let's go into the filling the blanks all together. So number 1, we say many people think that the most dangerous job is what? Is here. You hear the word police, right? Good. So police. Like us. We think policeman is the most dangerous job, but that's not, okay? Is police work or what? Firefighting. It's like what we think. Firefighting. Okay, good. Number 2, every year farmers and farm workers suffer 6,600 injuries per whatever worker. So number 2 here, per. Very good. 100,000. Okay, 100,000 worker. So you can see there are lots, right? There are a lot of people that they get injured with the farm working. Number 3, many farmers are hurt by what? Blah blah blah, or heavy machinery. So by what? For number 3 here, by, very good, by animals. Okay, by animals. Number 4 here, we say nursing home employees often injure themselves while they are. Number 4, they are. Good, they are lifting. They are lifting their what? Their patient. Okay, good. Yes, because you work at home, so what you have to do all of the things for your patients. Number 5, loggers suffer what, everyone? Number 5, suffer injury per. So this should be a number 2, right? This should be a number 2 here. So in the listening, it mentioned about the number. What is the number? Do you hear the 137? Right, good. So this is 137 fatal injuries for per 100,000. Number 6, one factor is that. Okay, one factor is that there usually aren't any nearby. So this is any hospital, right? Good. Hospital nearby. Okay, so we have done, everyone, we have done our exercise for this one, and I believe you guys get the information about the dangerous job and about some of the careers that you should choose, or you know what to choose right now, right? Good. So what you have to do next is I would like to give you a homework. You can turn your book to page 12, and then you will see the vocabulary for exercise C. You do both exercise. The first one is about write the words from the box under the correct pictures. All right, all these words we have learned already, so you have to put into the correct pictures. And number 2, fill in the blank with the correct words from the box. All right, so all of these words we already learned too, and then you have to complete into the sentence. Okay, so I believe my section has come to the end, everyone, and I wish you the best of luck. Goodbye.